do it. Hey guys, I'm back with a quick review of a game that I stumbled upon last week, and I haven't heard a whole lot of people talking about it, and I'd really hate to see this game fly too far under the radar, as I had a blast with it. I'm gonna preface this with a big warning though. The game isn't what it says on the tin. So if you're looking for a standard experience, look elsewhere. To be honest, I feel even saying this much kinda spoils and gives away the experience. But I do feel that it's vital information if you're going to spend your money on it. That's all I'm going to say on this topic, and I'll focus my review on the overall experience. So if I've piqued your interest at all, join me as I watch the locals eat my favorite card in Inscyption, a roguelike deck builder that's much more than meets the eye. When you first boot up the game, you'll notice that there's no way to actually start a new game. You can only continue. But whose game are we continuing? Where did this game come from in the first place? Who are we in the grand scheme of things? We haven't even properly started the game, and we're already facing our first mystery. Continuing the game brings us to where we will spend the bulk of our time. A dank, dark cabin in the woods. It's quickly made apparent that we're not here of our own free will, and we're being forced to play the card game, known only as Inscyption. And to add another twist, is that to fail this game is not only to be killed, but you will also become a permanent participant in the game in the form of your very own unique card. One can imagine this is how all the cards became part of this game. The main antagonist is at first glance nothing more than a face across the table, who acts as your game master, guiding your experience. But he's so much more. I love this character, as he carries the entire experience on his back and really sets the tone for the entire experience. He is sadistic, but at the same time whimsical and charismatic. They do amazing work fleshing out his character, especially considering that you don't see anything more than his hypnotic eyes, and you don't even hear him speak other than his dreary waveform. That only adds to his sinister, yet charming presence. As I mentioned before, there is a game beyond the card battler, as after your first failure, you'll learn that your mysterious patron doesn't have your best interest in mind. You actually play what seems to be an endless stream of victims who are brought and trapped in this mysterious cabin, forced to play this macabre card battler. While the main focus is on building a deck and getting to the final boss, you're actually allowed to stand up and explore the small room that you're trapped in. And like everything else in this game, there's more to it than meets the eye. The more you wander around and tinker with the environment, you'll find that there's something else going on, and there's also someone or something else involved, prodding you to figure out this entire narrative. Finding out the larger narrative is a true through line of the game, and will eventually lead you further down a rabbit hole that every puzzle resolved only leaves more and more questions. While I really enjoyed the meta-narrative the game has to offer, and I really like where it winds up in the end, I do find that the first third of the game is its strongest part, with this whole card battling and the dark cabin experience. I almost wish they kept the entire experience in here and didn't go off elsewhere. Because what really sold me on this game and keeps me coming back to it is how into the experience your hypno-eyed host seems to be. The card game is a journey through a dark wood where you'll find interesting characters and scenarios that more often than not offer you a chance to get better and stronger cards, and in some cases, hilariously overpowered cards. It's another thing I like in games like this, where they're begging you to break it. When you do eventually manage to make it to the end of the map, you'll notice that the host pulls out a mask, and as soon as he puts it on, he takes on a new persona during the battle, really amping up the atmosphere. The longer I played the game, the more I got the sense that the shrouded figure was enjoying his role beyond torturing you. He seems to get immense pleasure from the game itself, and takes great pride in it as his role as Game Master. It's very few games that can give you this experience, and hopefully I've given at least one of you the itch to try it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this smaller review. I just played this game and I feel like I had to say something. I'll see you guys in the next video.